Just on another topic, we've seen Zohran Mamdani appearing alongside Islamic extremists while he's campaigning, and he just did a big rally as well, of course, with AOC and Bernie Sanders. He's now on track at this point to win the New York City mayoralty race. I mean, is it unfathomable to you that someone who is this anti-American can be on the cusp of victory in New York?
So unlike my predecessors in the somnambulant Biden administration, I respect the Hatch Act, so I will not make partisan political statements on behalf of one candidate or another. But I will tell you one thing: in my SCIF, so in my secure compartmented information facility where we do our classified work every day, there is a giant poster of the Twin Towers behind my classified computer terminal for a reason. The fact that we will be commemorating the 25th anniversary of the greatest terrorist attack against the United States in the modern age next September. And to see what we are seeing in the political race in New York is absolutely galling to me as somebody who's been working in this field for a quarter of a century. So I know 25 years is a long time, but hopefully all Americans, the majority of Americans and the majority of New Yorkers will remember why those hijackers chose New York, why they chose the Twin Towers, and why those 3,000 Americans had to die. So I'm not going to make any predictions, but at the end of the day, in this building, in the White House, we will fight, fight, fight. We will never give up, and we will continue to arrest and kill jihadis and keep America safe.
Just finally, President Trump told Australian Ambassador Kevin Rudd last week, "I don't like you, and I probably never will." He then said a couple of days later that he doesn't forget when people say bad things about him. And as you know, Kevin Rudd has called him a village idiot. He said he was a traitor to the West and the most destructive president. Seb, do you think Trump will ever forgive Kevin Rudd?
President Trump is one of the most gracious and magnanimous men I have had the honor of knowing and especially working for. I'm not going to comment on what the president did, but I'll tell you something. In my first meeting with your ambassador, I brought up his tweets against the president just to make sure that he understands who we are and that we have very long memories and the internet is forever. And my recommendation, I did this for another ambassador who had said unfortunate things before he became ambassador. You know what? You need to publicly apologize. And you know what he did? That ambassador publicly apologized, and it made a difference. I'll end on this note. We are living in history, every single one of us, everyone in Australia, everyone in Europe, everyone in Asia, Africa, the Americas. We are living in historic times right now, and we have a president who is performing tectonically significant historic acts every single day. The greatest challenge we have in this White House is keeping up with this man, which is absolutely impossible. My message to everyone in government that I make every single day, and to the foreign nations and governments I meet, is if you don't understand who President Trump is and understand the opportunity you have to better your country, to make it safer and to prosper, shame on you. Join us, whoever you are, and we will prosper and we will be safe together if you share our values. That is my message to every ambassador, every prime minister, and every president. Some of them have gotten it already. They were at Sharm el-Sheikh. Others, it may take a little bit longer, but you're living in historic times, and this is a historic president. So pay attention, step up, and join the cool kids.
When did you give Kevin Rudd that advice to publicly apologise? Roughly how long ago did you meet with him?
I didn't give him that advice specifically. I brought up his importune tweets and comments in our first meeting together right at the beginning of the administration. I advised another ambassador to publicly apologise, but you make your bed and you lie in it, right? And
what did Kevin Rudd say when you brought this up?
That would be indiscreet of me to. All I'll say is he smiled a wry smile when he, I'm not a diplomat. I would be an absolutely disastrous ambassador or a diplomat. I don't do niceties for nice sake. So when I speak plain speak like President Trump, sometimes diplomats don't know how to react. That's okay. I sent them my message. It's up to them to draw the conclusions or to ignore my advice or the president's advice.
Yeah, all right. Sebastian Gorka, thank you very much for making the time for this, and keep up the fight against terrorists on behalf of the West. Thank you so much.
That's the plan. God bless you and your viewers. Thank you.